not last week, for more than since the 1970s and 80s. I have lost my niece in this conflict. My parents were nearly killed. And this time, our hearts go out to so many families. The kind of democracy that we have in Manipur is what I have termed it as democracy at gunpoint. We are appealing as women groups from Manipur and as a concerned citizen that this must be stopped. Those who have engineered this violence on all sides, they must stop it immediately, because thousands of innocents are now homeless. Many innocents have been killed. This is not the Manipur that we know. So even if there were armed insurgents, they were never seen in the public in a way that we have seen on 3rd of May. Armed militants armed with AK-47 and 56 weapons were in the public rally in Churachandpur district. Manipur has not seen this kind of blatant misuse of weaponry. One of my research has been mapping this arms trafficking for the last 15 years and narco trafficking. Many of these weapons are coming from the Southeast Asia arms bazaars. They are coming in via Burma. In Moreh, guns are sold like sweets. You can get a hand grenade for 200 rupees. A bullet can be purchased for, 2 rupees, 3 rupees. For so many years, there are 17 peace talks in Manipur and in this Northeast, and not a single women from our communities are there. You cannot have peace in Manipur and Northeast, where 50% of the population are excluded. Women have been defending Manipur and Northeast of India against, leading in anti-colonial struggles for bringing peace and harmony in the region. And we are rising up once again to ensure that our children and our grandchildren and across communities remain safe, and that we are able to rebuild it again. I have maintained this, that our governments are like our parents. They are the ones in which every security, every intelligence, everything is in their hands, and particularly with the cabinet and the chief minister, and also they should be knowing. So for us, for civil society, in fact, I myself have been talking to people about the brewing of many of these fears. So as you said, in Manipur right now, there's a lot of fear happening. This fear did not come last week. This fear of being oppressed, this fear of being discriminated, this fear that a certain community has been dominating the development money, this fear that lands are becoming scarce. So this fear-mongering has been happening for a long time, even during the Congress regime, and then even now during the BJP regime. So for many of us who are not with any political parties, we are seeing it from a humanitarian angle, in which we are seeing many of these divides for a long time. We have been calling for a Truth and Reconciliation Commission in Manipur and in the Northeast, so that people with grievances could sit down and share their concerns. But this didn't happen. And what we saw was the sharpening of the rhetorics. And we could see that the rise of certain violent extremism. And we hope that the government, rather than listening to corrupt vested interest people, good governance, as I wrote in the Times of India, that we cannot have democracies at gunpoint. We cannot have the technology of killing, defining our politics. We know exactly who has started this conflict, and those who are doing this, they must stop it right now.